welcome back to this new video. I'm so happy to have you here. And for those of you who have seen this video already, this is actually the third take of this video. I was so distracted by my dog that I decided, you know what, I'm actually going to do it again because the message in here is really important for me. And today we are talking about why you keep manifesting the things that you don't want. It's a very polarizing feeling, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. It's a feeling of like, oh my gosh, like there's something that is misaligned, there's something that is not right in my energy. And I don't know what I need to do to get it right. So today is pure energy talk. It's not about what you need to do differently. It's about really understanding there's something in your energy that needs to change. It needs to shift. It needs to move so that you can create space for the things that you actually do want to manifest, because it's not so much about like, oh, I just need to develop like a clear image of what I desire, or I need to just visualize more, I just need to manifest better. It's not about manifesting better anymore. It's not about your manifesting techniques. It's not about if you have journaled enough or meditated enough or visualized enough. It's This is all about clearing your energy. So for those of you who feel like, oh my gosh, I've been on this manifestation journey for so long and I feel like I still haven't gotten it quite right. And I feel like, sometimes I still call in so many things of which I don't want and I don't quite know why. And I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. And I want more accuracy in my manifestations. This video is for you, because I was this person who, I was super rigid with my manifestation process. Like, I tried to do everything right with my manifestation, but I still kept bringing the things that I don't want into my reality. It kept happening, it kept actualizing, it kept materializing, and I'm like, there's just something that is not right. It's just something that is not right with my energy. Give me a moment. There's something that is not right with my energy. I'm holding on to something. And what I've realized is that what I've been holding on to is is a lot of space. So the way that I think about the space is this one bubble that we hold, and there's a limited amount of space that we have. And if we fill it with the things that we don't want, if we fill it with the things that we tolerate, we fill it with the things that we aren't quite happy about, and we keep them in our life, it's going to take up all the space that we have. It's going to take up all the energy that we have. And in the end of the day, we're not going to be able to call in what we want, because all this space, this mental and emotional and physical energy has gone into, and yes, physical energy too, has gone into entertaining and upholding a lifestyle of what we don't want. So what does this look like? Well, there was a point in my life where I wanted a really nice room. I wanted a really like feminine, girly, cute room with just beautiful decor. But I had so much clutter in my room. I just kept buying things, my friends that would give me gifts, and I would just like leave packaging on the table, and it was messy. Like, it was just messy. And I didn't quite understand, like, what about what about my room was not aligned with my vision. And then I realized, it hit me one day, that I had so much clutter that I could not possibly create that vision of a clean, neat, spacious, airy, fresh, um, you know, all the colors are uniform, and like the style that I wanted, because there was so much clutter. And I've built up a tolerance for that clutter over time, that I didn't even see the clutter. I didn't even see all the things that were lying on my table in my room, and in the boxes and the containers. lying across lying across my room. I did not see that because it no longer registered for me. And so there's so many things in our lives that we no longer register, as discomfort, as things that we don't want, that we just see it as normal because we've become so comfortable with it. We've lived with it for so long. We've lived with people who disrespect us for so long, who talk down on us, or maybe they're dismissive of our desires for so long that we don't even know how to give ourselves what we want, such that we keep holding the space for what we don't want. There's a certain energy of holding, and I want to talk about this holding, this tolerance is actually holding on to something, holding on to an old lifestyle that we no longer have to keep in our lives. And one of the reasons why I also want to talk about this too is that um, the reason we hold on to the things that we don't want is it's a self-soothing mechanism, right? And the reason we do that is because for as long as we're holding on to something, for as long as we think that, well, at least I have a little bit. Like if I don't have the whole thing, I don't have the desire, but at least I have a little bit. Like, okay, I don't have the best kind of friends, or I don't have the most aligned, soul aligned friends. I don't have friends that, like, truly make me feel so expansive, super accepted, or I don't have a relationship that makes me feel so supported. Well, at least I'm married, at least I'm not alone, at least I'm not single, or at least I have friends to hang out with for my birthdays, or to do stuff on the weekends. So this is exactly the space that has been taken up to hold all of the things that we don't want. And as a result of that, it takes up all the space, and we don't have space to create and hold what we do want. And underneath all of that is a fear that what if I'm not able to hold it for long enough such that the things that I do want would actually appear, right? Like, what if it doesn't show up? Well, at least I have something. So there is that underlying fear. So what I want to ask you today is what have you been holding in your life? What have you been tolerating in your life? And that cat in the background. What have you been tolerating and settling for in your life that you feel like this is not how I want to live anymore? Right? I've been uncomfortable with this. I have lived with this discomfort. I have settled for less. And this is not how I'm going to be living anymore because I want to make space. Like, I'm serious about making space for the things that I do want, for the people that I want, for the conversations that I want, for the relationships I want, for the money that I want, right? Do I want to continue to build up my debt, build up my bills? Do I want to continue to splurge or eat out, or, do the things that do not contribute to the financial future that I desire? Or do I want to make space for that future that I desire? Do I want to address it right now? Cut off all my debts once and for all, right? Stop making space to tolerate a life that you're not comfortable with. Even though, even though it's okay to settle, like, just to live by it right now, to settle for it right now, it's no longer okay in your system. And once you stop tolerating, like you say, no more tolerance to anything that I do not want, you draw that clear line. You make that boundary with yourself. You draw that boundary with people. Your life is going to turn around. And everything that you manifest is going to change. Because it's not a matter of how fast you manifest. A lot of people have this concept of, like, I want to manifest faster. But the truth is, you already manifest very fast. But it's just the fact that you keep manifesting the things that you don't want very fast, so that it keeps showing up in your doorstep. And you wonder why to yourself, like, why do I keep manifesting the things I don't want? Or I manifest the opposite things of what I want. The truth is, you keep manifesting very quickly, and you manifest the things that you don't want very quickly. So, how do we turn this around? Is by dropping the tolerance and no longer accepting anything that we don't want. And then you will start to see your life change. Even if it means you have to wait, even if it means that you have to sit with the discomfort of, like, oh my gosh, what if it doesn't come? What if it means that I have to wait longer? What if it means that it's going to be another 2 months, 6 months, a year? Who knows how long until my true love arrives and shows up at my doorstep? I don't know. And the truth is, while you're waiting and you're at that space, you're holding that space of, like, I don't know when it's going to happen, it's going to feel a lot longer than I'd rather have what I don't want right now. That wait feels so long. But if you could just hold that space for what you desire, I can promise you what you desire is not actually going to take that long to arrive, because you're holding the space for it. You're not giving your energy, your time for anything that no longer resonates with you. So whether if it's a cluttered room, whether if it's a super packed schedule, whether if it's a lack of personal space, whether if it's misaligned friendships and relationships and misaligned uh, intimate relationships, or a lack of intimacy in your relationships, a bad financial situation, building up debt, all of that can be eradicated as long as you stop tolerating and settling for less for yourself. So make that boundary for yourself today. Draw that boundary and ask yourself, like, what have I been tolerating in my life that I no longer want to make space for, right? This is how you start creating space for building your vision to manifest what you do want, so that everything that you desire can actualize, like it actually takes up space in your physical reality, and it shows up on your doorstep right away. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I'm super passionate. I feel so strongly about helping you to materialize the things that you desire, because why give our energy away to something that does not serve us, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.